Hello there everyone, it's Zanroll. In this video, I'm going to be showing you new spawn from Simplex 1. I highly encourage you to go watch my video on old spawn first before you watch this one, because I'm going to be making comparisons between old spawn and new spawn. And right at the end of the video, for a little more bonus content, I'm going to be showing you a slideshow of all the screenshots that I have of new spawn, so I can show you what features of new spawn were different back then compared to what I'm going to be showing you today. Alright, that's all. Let's get straight to the video then. We are standing in Simplex 1 spawn that most players would have seen when they first joined the server, including me. When it decided to abandon old spawn, new spawn will be built by longtime admin Mark E13, also known as Badman here on this board. Despite its abandonment, you could still warp to it if you head to the warp section, which is right out here and to the right. And compared to old spawn, it's definitely been a very, very huge improvement. You can kind of see that the spawn would kind of be here where the logs are, but it's actually a little bit further back inside of a room. Compared to old spawn, there's a lot more, well, I wouldn't say a lot, there's a few more roles. There's a disclaimer here covering roles that, well, covering any loopholes that players might find within these. There's the ranks. This is the staff roster, which was different back then. Back then being July of 2020, when the server was updated to 1.17. No, 1.16. What am I thinking? 1.16, the Nether update. Basic info on the server, including when it was created, which I should note, it is actually, it's April 4th exactly, but it opened to the public on April 11th of 2016. Nothing much else is going on in the spawn room, so we're going to be heading out. Hello there. And we're going to be going counterclockwise. No, clockwise. Yeah. Here is the community chest, along with many, many others. It's much, much more presentable than the one at old spawn. And the instructions for the claim tutorial are a lot more clear too. That tune has almost always been there. I remember it being different, like back in the day, but I don't know what tune it was exactly, but this tune has been the, it feels like it's always been here. There's Sneaky Kitty here with her cart of cabbages, sort of an Avatar The Last Airbender reference. There's a little tent, 2 beds. This is probably the most unchanged area, which was the donation area. Even the inside is, I wouldn't say unchanged, but the shape of it is very reminiscent of old spawn. Here's a little path to like a fishing area. There's something rather fishy in here. And the sign is not wrong. There's fish in here, floating about. So if you wanted to fish here, you would always come here. Right in here. Here's a map of spawn and the surrounding area, including Mihan's shady business. We'll be checking that out later. But yeah, this is the spawn region. It wasn't always like this. Some structures were not here, and certainly some paths were definitely not here like this one, but we'll be getting to that whenever we get to my screenshots. Here's the jail. If you ever x-rayed, griefed, or anything like that, got sent to jail, you got sent here. Unlike old spawn, it is not on top of a mountain away from everybody. It is right here in spawn. Yeah, and if you ever got jailed, you wound up in here, in this bedrock box of a prison. Going along this path is the PvP arena at spawn. I believe this is the same as the King of the Ladder PvP arena at old spawn, but it wasn't always like this. But yeah, you can PvP in here. So yeah, there's stands here. These have always been here. But the arena has changed over time. It's a very simple arena, very flat, with some obstacles here and there, and slits for shooting arrows through. And then there's the warp section. The highest platform has the random teleport pad. You step on this, it takes you out into the world randomly. And then, I'm trying to think here, this is the area for the public farms / warp farm. The end. This is for the shopping district. This is for old spawn. And there's one over here for any competitions or events. And when this server was shut down, well, the server's still online, but when this world was taken offline, the bugs comp was going on. Before I come over here, though, there's this big fan and the field around it. Oh, and this was definitely made during 1.15. Lots of bee puns. I believe it was Snurry that made this. It may have been Mark, but I feel like Snurry made this. It does have a good view of all the builds around it. Up here would have been perfect for screenshots. Along with, I mean, if you really want to, you can go on top of the trees there too. Or just, you know, fly around with an elytra and get the angle that you really want. But yeah, this is a pretty good overview of what New Spawn was like. So from the fountain all the way over here is a board of every single build competition that ever happened, plus where they are, like coordinate-wise. And you're also looking at a lot of future videos. It's a lot of ground to cover. There won't be a video for every single one of these, but a lot of these that interest me, there will definitely be videos for. Alright, moving on now. There is the forgery. Compared to old spawn, which only had a anvil and an enchanting table, there's a crafting table in here, and I feel like there was a blacksmith table here, but I guess not. There's a loom here for banners, grindstone, crafting table, and it's actually in a better building too. It's hot as fuck. And summer always is. Alright, first secret area is going to be the gold room. Way back in the day, I don't have a screenshot of it, unfortunately, but way back in the day, this entire wall of dirt here had item frames with named items from players like Amy Sparkle's Sunshine and Jay Blaze's Fire Rod, stuff like that. B. Gargani was here April 20th, 2010, which is impossible because the server started in 2016. So the year is way, way off. In the early days of the gold room, you couldn't actually get back here without some staff member opening it for you, but later in the years, you could actually do this yourself as a player. And it was just being able to access it. I believe... Yeah, that's how the door closed. The button back here, I believe, is for just opening it in case you got trapped. Yeah. It just opens for a second. But the gold room is right down here. Nice and yellow, with a jukebox in the center and beds. Sleep. Enjoy. Rest. Relax. Not the best color for relaxing and rest. Blue's kind of more that color, but... oh well. There's the blocks disc in here, but there's none in the jukebox at all. Alright, moving on now. The next room is the cookie room. It's actually right below the random teleport pad. I believe this area was worked when 1.13 came around. I can't remember when exactly during... Maybe it was when it was released. I don't know. But definitely during 1.13. And here's the cookie room. This is the skull of Jason, a former admin. I believe this is a map art of... well, it's the map art of the Eiffel Tower, obviously. But I believe Elena7, a helper on the server, made this map art. This itself reveals a secret. If you rotate it, it opens this door. And it takes you out to the wheat fields. Just go up this ladder. And here we are. But if you came down this way, and the door was closed, then all you would have is this sign that says, Dead End. Alright, let me reclose this. Which takes a surprising amount to activate again. Alright, next up is the staff memorial. Wait a second. There's a barrier block right above here. So if you were trapped in here as a player, you'd have to teleport out somehow. I bet that's Mark's doing. Anyway, there's the staff memorial here. There's a more updated memorial on the server right now in Simplex 2. But when this server was when this world was taken offline, these were the retired staff. Left being the latest, well, the earliest staff member that retired, and then to the right is the latest. So there's that. Here is Merp Chunk's piano. It plays all of the instruments. Tuning info. Here are some seats. Here are the roles. No play while Merp play. No get in while MERP play. No click button while MERP play. Here's a chicken. These are for you, kitty. Wilson. Like Wilson Warrior? I remember Wilson Warrior. Yeah, these buttons up here selected all of the different instruments, and then you played them here. Or in this case, MERP would play them here. I believe the last area oh, wait. We gotta check out Meehan's Meth Lab. It's right over here in the forest somewhere. Oh, here it is. Yep, here it is. Meehan's Shady Business. Carried over from the old spawn. There's this little thing too. There's a sign here that says, push to blow up spawn. It's a little fireworks show. I think the last thing I really want to show here is under the PvP arena. This is sort of remnants of a previous PvP arena. I'll get to that when I get to the slideshow. Under here is a dungeon. Begar's Cool Room. This is where all the cool kids hang. To be a cool kid, just don't hang with the not cool kids. Easy. If you kill anyone down here, you're gonna get in trouble. Hello, zombie. Rules updated April 2nd, 2020. There's a few skulls of some players I recognize, plus some random junk. This way to learn how to be cool. Don't be a grammar Nazi. Used fast textures and no smooth lighting. Gamer tags should start with B or T. Okay. Also, on your MC skin, don't use the hat thing. Okay. This is what I look like without my hat. What is that, number 4? Okay. Don't use stupid build techniques. Build simple. If you're gonna do faces, use the winky eyes. Okay. Have your brightness set to 50%. I want to do that. Using Discord makes you seem like a loner. No cap. Okay. Don't have a gaming chair or gaming setup. Use mouses with trackballs? No, I could not do this. Lasers all the way. The N-word is racist. Go bowling with your best friend every weekend. Knowing Begar, he actually does go bowling. So this is definitely made by him. Have a YouTube channel with 20k subs. Well, when this YouTube channel gets to 20k, 20,000 subscribers, then yeah, I'll be considered cool to be Gargani. Use chat less. If you're responding to someone, use /tell. Don't use 4chan, you weirdo. How many cool tips do you qualify for? Leave a sign in dungeon. But if we go back there, there isn't any signs. So no one must have found this place. But I know that not to be true. And it mentions killing players like in the PvP arena, or killing players down here, because PvP was enabled. But as you can see, there's no way back up to the PvP arena. It's blocked off. Ever since the arena was changed from a rocket to what it is now, to the King of the Ladder, you couldn't access the lower level to where the dungeon is. Oh, how could I forget the fountain? Much better than the one at Old Spawn. And if you go on top of this, you can actually go down the scaffolding and you'll reach the God Room. So this room has the skulls of all of the players that achieved God rank. Here's me and all of the other gods that chose Zeus as their god title. I believe up here is Ares. Here's a wall for staff. I think this is all Shrek's. Wait, no, I think this is Ares. Yeah, I can't remember. There used to be floating signs up here saying, like, what all the holographic signs saying, like, what's this group of skulls? There'd be a sign here saying, you know, what gods these players chose. So within this hidden room, there's another hidden room, which you couldn't get back to, because this piston's kind of broken. I don't know how to fix it. But this is the old shield room. Begar's shield. This is, I can confirm, this is definitely his. So back when this was created, I believe it was Mark that made this. Mark is always up to something. There were armor stands here with the shields of various players, me included. But I do remember it being taken down, and it's always been like this, just empty. But you'll notice there's a ladder there. Well, if you flip this lever, we can go down there. Here is Begar's criminal records. Some of these are true. I don't know if all of them are not true or not. How do I word this? Some of these are questionable because I don't know if they're true or not, but Begar told me a couple of these are actually very, very true. Alright, 1 week. Well, these are mutes. Muted for 1 week by Daisu back in 2016. Another for 5 minutes repeatedly back in 2016. Oh, all staff. This one's actually true. 1 year. A 1 year mute. A 1 year mute was given by Krista. That's definitely true. I remember him telling me about that. Jails. 2 minutes. Pushing the cake snowman. Cake being Marky 13. 12 hours wasting Java's time with cohacks. Java being Java Ninja, I believe. 1 day setting fire to Simplex with Beta back in 2016. Whew, if you watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that Beta was a resident of Treecroft and one of the mayors of Borderville. So that's enough of jails. There's temp bans. 1 week for fly hacks, walking on barriers. 1 day harassing Java Hund. 1 day for spamming. Permanent bans for being Begar. Overturned. This one's blank. In 2020, corrupted player data. Hacked Mihan DDoS server. And that's all of them. Oh, I wanted to show what the shield looked like. I think that's everything. Gonna close that up. Gonna head back to the surface. Gonna take one more look to see if I missed anything. No, I really think that's everything. Alright, if you are here for just the video part, you can go ahead and stop watching. If you want to stay around for the slideshow showing my screenshots of what New Spawn used to look like, then stick around. Alright, for those of you that are here to stay till the end of the video, I'm going to be checking out some screenshots. This first one being from, February 18th, 2017. This was like a month after I joined the server. You can see that the PvP arena, like the first PvP arena at spawn, was just a dark oak. My gosh, a dark oak pit. There's Sneaky Kitty here. There's Legendary Sam here in the corner. There's, I believe that's Mid-Surreal. Let's see, who else? Oh, I don't think I recognize anyone else. This is actually where the fishing area was. I actually took this screenshot because of this fellow here. I was going to report him for having a naked skin, but I ended up not because they quit the server anyway. And just look at the old... You can see that I'm using old textures too. Well, the old default textures. And you can see that the fishing area was just a pond. And you can even kind of see what the area around New Spawn used to look like back in... Actually, what's the date on this? March 2017. Here's what the warp section used to look like. The random teleport pad was all the way at the end over here. This was taken around the time that the shopping district was getting its warp. Over here on the left is the warp pad for the end. I think this one here, Sneaky Kitty is standing on, is the one for, I want to say, Old Spawn, maybe / Warp Farm, I don't know. Maybe this one over here was Farm. I can't remember. This one was for build competitions all the way here on the right. Oh, what's the date on this? 2017. September. There's Mark here, there's Sneaky Kitty. You can see that there's no community chest here near the donation area. The fishing area is no longer just a pond, but there's a structure built around it now. Nothing else that's different. I mean, the textures are very different, because back then I was using the old default, which is now just programmer art. If we're looking at the fishing area again, you can see that there wasn't a path to it back then. What's the date on this? The 16th of September. You can see it's a lot less decorated too. This was sort of like the default look of Spawn. Whenever stuff like Halloween, winter, like Easter, stuff like that would come around, then Spawn would be decorated with like a skin, and then it would go back to its default look. Here's the first iteration, well, just a little part of it. First iteration of the PvP map Sand Bomb. This first one had soul sand at the corners, so you're actually really discouraged from going there. And it was actually at New Spawn. Yeah, here's another screenshot of it. Mihan was trolling everybody by using player skulls that looked like Wither skulls to not really summon a Wither. Here's a rare sight of Mihan back in the day. I took as many screenshots as I could of Mihan back in the day because he was such a rare sight. And it was good seeing him, not only because he was the owner, but he would do like sort of like a drop party, I guess. Everyone wanted his skull because he was the server owner and it was rare. And most of the time when he would come on, he would just say, "Oh, yeah, everyone go to spawn, I'm dropping my skull." And you'll see a screenshot of that, but in this screenshot in particular, I'm just taking a picture of him. And also because of the test rank that I got, Mihan wanted somebody to be their guinea pig and volunteer, so I stepped up to the plate and said, "Yeah, sure, I'm not doing anything anyway." I got this T rank that gave me stuff like fly and, well, that's the only real command that I used, but to sort of to sort of prove that I did have /fly, I got an overview of spawn. You can definitely see that the PvP arena was different back then. This is actually Sandbomb with the corners as soul sand. There's no path to the fishing area. Where the windmill is, and the warp pad for the events and build competitions, as well as the board with all the build competitions and the coordinates to them aren't there. It's just nothing. There's like nothing there. What's going on here? I think nothing much. But yeah, showing these screenshots to you are just to get an idea of what new spawn used to look like back then. Back then being 2017. Oh, here's a much, much better overview of new spawn. So over here, there's no windmill or wheat fields. Over here on the left is actually the old staff memorial. There's no Merp's piano here at the top left. Here's Sandbomb. And this was like the default plain look for spawn. This is actually a screenshot of me, not me, but I'm taking a screenshot here of Mark with his new skin, which this player here, Yuri Hyro, had made. Although the face is different nowadays, I think it's just eyes. But it used to be derp face like this. Just another angle. Ah, here it is. Okay, so this is a screenshot of Mihan getting ready to drop their skull onto a bunch of players that really want his skull. Especially this one. Yeah, here's Mark. That's Yuri Hyro there. That's Noriko. This is Ghost Jamie right here. Here's Mihan Minor. And here's inside the spawn room. The text on the signs is a lot less colorful. It's just mostly black text. Ooh, what's the date on this? 2018, March. In the video I shown you before, there were actually 12 roles, and on this one, there's 11. Just another picture of like Sandbomb and what it used to look like. I did take a picture of this skin because, like, oh, I recognize this character from this certain anime. Oh, so this was actually an area. Actually, if you have to go back a little bit. So right behind this, right where this beam is, this spruce beam, like behind that was sort of testing the idea of having the God Room be back here, but it never happened. But it was built at one time. I believe this is a screenshot of... the path to the fishing area was finally made. What's the date on this? June 2nd of 2018. I believe Sneaky Kitty was doing a drop party, and I just took a screenshot of everybody here. Ah, yeah, see what I mean? Where all the build competition stuff was, like, it just wasn't here at all. Oh, so here's a little snippet of what the Halloween skin of New Spawn was like. The grass was changed out for Podzol. There's orange carpets here, black carpets. Welcome to Simplex. Enjoy your stay. Now with pumpkin spice. I love that. Oh, and the banners too. And in this one, actually, let me check the date on this. This is September of 2018. And then this one is the very next month. So, like right when October hit, or... Well, there must have been a change from the black carpet to the lime, but you get the idea. Like, this was the skin for Spawn, like, when Halloween came around. Oh, like the pumpkins, too. And, like, the scarecrows at the wheat field here. Oh, and the graveyard, like, over here in the background. And the cobwebs. Yeah. So this is one of the couple screenshots that I have of what New Spawn looked like with a Halloween skin or Halloween decorations put up. I believe this is for when spring came around. There was just a bunch of flowers put about. I believe there were some banners put up too. Yeah, you can see the flowers here. Oh, and if you look up here at the PvP arena, here's the rocket sort of destroying the PvP arena. Oh, and the spawn room for spring, the carpet was pink and lime. And the banners were like this flower and like the bee here. And of course, I'm just taking this screenshot because Meehan's here. Even the beacon being changed. It was purple then, but like for Halloween it could have been orange. For winter it could have been like cyan or light blue. Yeah. And this is my final screenshot of Mark just being Mark. Just throwing a bunch of tridents at the skull of Merp Chunk. Alright, that is all of my screenshots. And that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed watching. I will see you all next time.